All right, hello and welcome back to a ranked episode. This time is Vanessa. I tried to do a run earlier. I don't think I'm going to post it because at the start I got an item that gave me 20% crit chance to all my items, but it wasn't working. And then I bought some stuff from the shop and then it didn't trigger the on-buy effects for some reason. And anyway, it was just not fun. I'd love to do an aquatic run. I think the pop snappers are very competitive to just go into a burn. Like silver pop snappers, 9 seconds you put 18 burn down the range, but I'd like to try an aquatic run. So let's go aquatic seashells. Some medium items, don't mind if I do. There's something to be said about getting the rifle, because if it's your only weapon, it reloads itself. It's very weak early, but it can certainly work out for us. And then, I don't know, Poison Fang. None of these are aquatic. Put me on to Mr. Fang. I think he has some weapon sharpening. No, he just has pelts and crit. Still, Deadly Eye is good. Our one rifle does as much damage as both his fangs. Plus, we have each aquatic item gives us more shield. That means that we're tempted to go into like a crit piranha build or a slow build where you use like netting and ropes and stuff like that. You probably pivot out of aquatic at one point, but I don't know. I'd like to stick with it. See if maybe there's some end game cards that work with aquatic. Right now we are very weak because we haven't gotten any damage improvements to the rifle. Obviously 5 more damage on the rifle is doubling its output, whereas most weapons start with more. Skill, get a small aquatic item. Let's try that one. When use an adjacent aquatic item, haste this for 1 second. I don't hate that. Small and medium items or skills? Let's keep looking. Maybe we can find an aquatic weapon. I do love Star Chart because you can use it at events. And we'll do a reroll here. I don't know. Like, this is when you buy this, get a piranha. That did not work for me last time. But it is interesting. It's something that you could do to fill out 2 slots here. Put in a piranha and the chum. And just try and trigger the jellyfish as much as possible. I think I'm going to try that. So let's see. We buy the chum, and it gave us the piranha. Look at that. Almost like that's what's intended. It did not happen, like I said, when I was playing on my own. So this is now going to be 40 shield. Pretty meaningful. This is 4 seconds, 5 seconds. So a 4 and a 5 are as fast as we can get for the jellyfish. There's no sense having crit chance from the star chart right now, though it might make sense to put it beside the piranha in the future, especially if we rank it up. I would have loved to get the shovel as well. Start of each day, get a small item from any hero, but that wasn't our vibe. Now we're seeing a lot of dually, especially early mid-game, because their builds with burn and poison just pop off very fast. But he doesn't have the build yet. He just has the Gamma Ray Core, and he has Ignition, because it's day 1. Great grab for him to get Walter Cooler. I don't know why he has heavy weaponry. Presumably he went to a store and just had to pick something. But we should be fine against this. Again, we have equal poison. About the same max health. Our shield does very little for us. Well, I guess it cancels out his burn. But really, it's just our poison versus his poison. Unfortunately, he starts stacking 5 at a time. But we are both pretty close. And the storm doesn't kill me before him because I have the 140 shield. But it was pretty close considering he had all these things that weren't even online yet. Weapon, chocolate, or medium? Let's go for a weapon skill. 4% crit is meaningful. Because this does do double crit. I don't know if we're going to stick with the piranha that long, but, you know, it is what it is. An aquatic item seems pretty strong. 3% reduction in time doesn't help that much here. 2 income is also very nice. I might take the 2 income. Alright, so we're back. I think that we're only on day 2, so 2 income is much better than an aquatic item. It's going to give us that much more flexibility in the future. We're probably about to go into a fight, unfortunately, so I'm trying to figure out what we will do. We can put these here, I guess, for now. But like, should I go for the XP? I do love to chase XP. I'm not sure that going to a shop with $2 makes sense. And then, I don't know, $4 or $3, it's not really a big difference, but I don't really want what the Tent City has to offer. He has like a shelter and a dog. I'd rather just go to the Mosquito. Perhaps we can get a cooldown reduction or even a slow. There's several aquatic items, I believe, that do slow. Keen Eye would stack on top of my Chum and Piranha. At the start of each fight, haste 3 weapons. Haste a weapon 3 seconds. That's actually really good. So here we are. We're slowly stacking our little bits of poison with the jellyfish. Our aquatic items are throwing crit chance around. This should be on the opposite side so that this crit chance gets applied to the shielding. That's a mistake on my end. It's fine. I wonder if Proboscis is ever good. Probably not. Like, I doubt you ever get enough slowing procs that 6 damage is meaningful.
Maybe a skirmish.
Non-weapons could be a lot of aquatic things. Let's go have a look. When you buy another aquatic item, this gains shield. That could stack. When you buy an aquatic item, this gains heal. I mean, I guess we could get 2 scalers. The problem is I don't have enough money. Even if I sell my... I'd have to sell my Chum to get up to $10. What do I care about cooldown reduction on, though? It's probably the coral armor that's going to scale like crazy, right? The 8 shield over and over and over again. I'm not sure that when you buy an aquatic item, this gains 3. I don't know which to buy. Yeah, I think you do it like this.
I'm so glad we could share
This doesn't need to be here for now. Right now, it's kind of weak. But that's okay.
You are enough,
It's funny that this says when you buy an aquatic item, and this says when you buy another aquatic item. So, like, this one should say when you buy another aquatic item, because it doesn't trigger on itself. Or, if that's always how it works, then this one's word another is redundant. And that could be fine. So, 28 shield is not super meaningful. I could just star chart. 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds. That seems reasonable to me. 5 heal is not a big deal, but it's 5.6 seconds to get 28 shield. It's just not meaningful yet. I would love to go here, but I just don't have the money for it. So, Strange Mushroom, an XP or a skill. I used to always go XP. I think I still go XP. I don't know. I think that ranks us up in time. So that's pretty cool. Ammo, scrap, sharpening, poison. I mean, the jellyfish could get a lot stronger by just getting 2 extracts of poison. If I think that that's the most of my damage right now, I should think about doing it that way. It's that, or you do the damage, but I don't really have much crit chance for him, so I think I'm going to take the poison. Even if I'm looking to get rid of this jellyfish in the future, I think it helps us through the immediate fights. Again, we're going up against only dualies early. It seems to be the meta, if you're playing ranked, to just play dually and get the companion core or the burn core. So, we'll see. Micro Dave and cool LEDs. Pretty cool. Hopefully the fact that I have some healing does cleanse some burn, and I have a lot of shielding, presumably, and shielding is supposed to be good against burn, even though in practice it isn't always. Ooh, the crit on the shield there was very meaningful. So you can see, like, the burn adds up very quickly to the point where it's hard for your shield to keep up with it, even if you're taking half damage from it. But the fact that I've crit twice on this is insane. I mean, technically, I guess I would have had... No, actually, I think I would have died. Despite the fact that 2 crits is only 100 more shield, that 100 more shield was having the burn damage, so... just keeping us in the game. Abandoned chest. Let's keep going abandoned chest for XP and gold. Small aquatic, medium and large. I don't know what the medium and large items are for us. This is an aquatic though. So an item for 3 seconds and then get piranhas every day. That could be okay. And then this is at the start of the day, get a small weapon. So these are 2 economy upgrades for us.
Anyway,
I don't feel super strong. I know the Frost Giant scales, but he scales so slowly. I don't really want burn, so I am going to fight the Frost Giant. I'm always afraid to fight the eccentric lady. So this gives him a big bonus if he heals while at max health, but he doesn't have any healing. So I don't know that the weights really matter. When you freeze, your weapons gain 2 damage for the fight. That would be an okay get for us. Basically, everything else is nothing. Unless I pivot into a property build and I end up getting the snow globe. That could be something interesting for us. But if that's not... if we don't get the snow globe or his just skill, then I'm not really that interested, to be honest. We seem pretty strong, though, with the fact that we are shielding. We just need to keep getting aquatic items so this coral armor scales. Not very interested in that item. But I could sell it. I am about to level up. So another aquatic, this time a friend. I don't think this guy is a friend, but this is a piranha. It's a weapon. So no. 10 damage to the item to the left of this, and it has a shorter cooldown if you have exactly 1. I only have 1 weapon, so I will buy it. And then can we find more aquatics? We can. Do I have $1 worth of stuff to sell? No, I don't. When this gains haste, give it... I mean, again, I could sell the piranha, but I'm planning to give it some stuff. I could sell my shovel. Selling my shovel does benefit 2 different things, so I think I'm going to. Just because, again, this gets 8, this gets 6. That's some pretty meaningful gains. I don't have any haste right now, so there's no reason for me to use the catfish. But that's okay. Loot items, aquatic items have a 3% cooldown. Is meaningful. And this is a friend. I wasn't planning on playing it, but if, for instance, I could switch it with this, then this would be a triple cast. And then that would trigger this haste 3 times. If I'm killing with poison, I should be doing it this way. And then this way. And quite frankly, the piranha does nothing for me right now, really. A little bit of damage, though, just to make sure. I don't know if the Illusoray is just too slow, and this is never going to get haste. So perhaps it is better to just let it be like this for now. I know that triple hasting the jellyfish would be nice, but the catfish just has no hasting that's going to happen. 3% on aquatic items, though. Do I care about 3% on aquatic items? Again, I could put these in, and then it's like, ooh, 80 shield. 3%. Or loot, right? And if I don't like my piranha because he's doing so little, I could give him sharpening stones. But I don't know that it's worth investing sharpening stones into him. I'm going to get loot items. We'll see what that gives us. Shielding bonuses and a little bit of money. A bit unfortunate, if you ask me. 400 shield for the next fight, just to make sure we keep winning, might be nice. And we actually found another Vanessa player. They exist.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist, you should know I'm a bit of a legend on Palace.
Let's go. So they have the Cutlass, which is pretty cool because it's going to be permanently hasted after its first shot. They also have a double shot harpoon that's going to keep destroying small items, which means that basically if they kill my jellyfish early, and they might, we'll just lose. Actually, I might just lose anyway. The double cast silencer. I mean, all three of his core build is silver, and he killed my 60 shield item. I had another, but still, it wasn't enough. Gain a haste item. Let's have a look at that. Haste the aquatic item to the right for 2 seconds. So, like, that doesn't haste very often, though. It also, what does it give us? At the start of each day, get a small aquatic item. We got a new piranha. Again, though, I could take out the piranhas and the crit, and I could put it in like this. Right, so now this is going to haste him. This guy's going to cast triple. That's going to haste our poison a whole bunch. That doesn't reduce cooldown. You know, like, that to me is kind of interesting. Let's go work at the dock to earn some coin, because that allows us to do 5 gold and 1 XP. And then I don't really want the Gonjo. I have a feeling we might be able to beat him, but I think I just take the Dervish. I don't really want to risk 1 gold to fight the retiree.
The Bazaar is an overripe fruit.
The Dervish also has this 2% cooldown thing, which is nice. Or the 6% keen eye. Not to mention the shoe blade comes with crit. But I don't really want the shoe blade. I would be happy with the weapon, the gold, or the crit. It's funny that the gold looks silver. Maybe you need to get the skin for it. So these slows are nice. He's only at the bronze, so it's only 1 second. Ranking him up would be pretty massive. When you use an adjacent. So he has enough adjacency with this triple casting to be permanently hasted.
See that plank?
5 gold, okay.
Place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Upgrade your leftmost silver item. That would let us scale it pretty quick. Sure.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the
Chocolate
fight.
bars, items, a new piranha. Just look for medium items.
I want what's right for you.
Aquatic. When you crit, haste an item for 1 second. Your adjacent items have 15% crit. The sextant is pretty nice. And it's an aquatic item. I don't know how important that is, but when you crit, haste an item for 1 second.
Oh, delivery's free. I like the extra.
This does triple damage if it's your only weapon. It's not aquatic, though. It's not really our build. I like it, but it's just not our build. So we rank you up.
Now this will inspire
Haste an
the
aquatic
crew.
item to the right for 3 seconds. It's only happening every 8 seconds, though. And I don't have enough crit right now to justify the sexton. 15% is nice, but it's not quite there yet. So let's continue. 5 regen is nice. I have a lot of small items, though. I also could benefit from some fancy shield items.
Me? Try my best.
Aquatic. When you use another aquatic item, charge this for 1 second. It's pretty big. It's not very much shield right now, but it's pretty big. It's more meaningful because of the amount of items we have to get that on the piranha. What? Okay, it went down. It just looked funky for me for a second. This is cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm not doing an ammo build, so the enhancement is kind of wasted. So here, we're trying to win by shielding, healing a little bit, right? We're at 46 shield, or heal there, and we have 100 and something shield on the left. And then very slowly, we're going to poison people. But they're going to poison us way faster. Look at that, 7 poison. And he also has the fishing rod. And he has the beach ball. The beach ball is kind of what I needed, I guess. Hopefully the fact that I have 46 heal happening helps cleanse some of this poison. And then the shield is enough to stay on top of the burn. Doesn't look like it, that's for sure.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
Doesn't look like it. And this does haste as well. Ooh. So they're doing a full haste aquatic build, which I think is the meta. I mean, slow items could work as well, because we do have the illusory. But let's do non-weapons. Aquatic items to the left of this have cooldowns reduced by 10%. It is a medium aquatic. 10% faster. Does that matter? Does chum matter? Does any of this matter? I don't know. We did get a silver piranha, which could have 30% crit, plus this would be 35% crit. It just doesn't do the damage I need. But if the poison isn't doing it for us, what can we do? When you crit, like, is there... I can't get both of these onto the weapon, onto our boy. And he's only doing 30% crit chance, which is not very high. Now, he could have the figurehead. But I don't have a ton of weapons to benefit from it. Adjacent items get 1 haste. Is not... It's just not there yet. And I don't think this is good enough. Because it's only 1 weapon, or it's only 10%. Like, maybe if it was a gold tier 1. When you slow, gain 2 regeneration. You get a citrus at the start of each hour. When you use a non-weapon, gain 15 shield for the fight. And then this one is the most obvious one. Haste your other items for 1 second. Like, water wheel is such a classic, like, once you get the water wheel, you just play the water wheel, right? Like, what's the... Is there any question to it? Right? Like, I think that just means that's done, that's done. I love the idea of when you slow, gain regeneration. Like, it sounds fun. It also gives you a citrus or coconut each hour, which is more regen and stuff. But that makes sense for, like, a max health builder, not really a... what we are, basically. So haste your other items. When you use an adjacent item, charge this 3 seconds. So what is the item that gets used the most? Coral and seashells? And then you throw this in between. Now the barrel's pretty fast, but it's not an adjacent... It's not an aquatic item, and I think I have a lot of... When you slow. To do this, I would have to put it beside and take one of these things out. I don't slow that much. Like, I slow 3 times every, even if this is permanently hasted, 3.5 seconds. But 1 regen per second is not as fast as some items are going to be triggering. Now, when you use another aquatic item, charge this 1 second. That, to me, is like you put that beside this, and then Water Wheel will permanently be proccing, because I'm using aquatic items everywhere. Right, this is 1 second of cooldown, and it only has 5 seconds. So as soon as one of these triggers, it's pop, pop, pop. But then this will trigger, which will charge an adjacent item. This will trigger... Yeah, it's just all gonna happen very fast. It's gonna be hard to follow, even, I imagine. Haste, slow, or cooldown items, I think we should go there. Even though I love monster loot, we should go there and find this. Okay. Now, the beach ball. We would have to take out... It's every 4 seconds. I have a feeling I'm going to be permanently hasted already. And now the crit is completely done for us. I'm going to buy you and put you into the corner, just in case something happens. Now, will I survive a bunch of burn? Yes. But she could give us poison. And I'd rather get her poison skills. Right. This one here, for instance, one of them I think heals for the amount of poison on the opponent. Look at this. Freeze a bunch of items. So this... I need to get this shield rate higher, because this triggers, you see, every couple seconds. Is my poison not actually building up on her pretty quickly? It is, but I don't know if they have enough healing or cleansing. Like my haste isn't permanent, because this is only a silver tier item. It needs to be a gold, and then it will double. It'll be twice as effective with 2 seconds of haste.
Waste of gun.
What's this? The first time you poison each fight, freeze an item for 3 seconds. We don't hate that. In XP, aquatic items have their cooldowns down by 3 seconds. Like, you just keep clicking that button, I believe. And then this could be small or large. That could improve a lot of my items. Finn's Big Bite, though, I believe not only gives us max health, but gives us shield bonuses. 150 more max health might be nice as well. Just to let the poison build up. Again, we weren't permanently hasted there, but I don't actually think I need the beach ball.
Go ahead.
We just need to rank up. And we need to get monster loot that gives us poison that I can put on either the puffer fish or the jellyfish. I'm not sure which one. Oh, also, I needed to have something on the right side of this. When you use an adjacent item, haste this. Actually, this is permanently hasted without an item on the side. Which means it's actually triggering faster than Coral, because not everything has permanent haste on it. Something to consider. Either way, they ran out of ammunition. And even though they have crit and stuff,
You should put it toward no
it doesn't matter. They did an arbitrage. Winning a fight gives 2 gold against players. So I feel like we fell into another meta poison build, which isn't actually what I wanted, but here we are. Yeah, first time you poison, freeze for 4 seconds. Let's re-roll this. I don't really... Like, that's a good skill, but I'm trying to figure out. The first time you slow, freeze on for 4 seconds. Your items have 1 crit per weapon. Yeah, okay. So, we'll slow and get a freeze. We'll poison and get a freeze. 150 max health. Honestly, just keep giving me the max health for a bit. Lone Shark seems interesting. I don't know how strong I am right now, to be honest, because I kind of build up slowly. But I'd like to risk it. Looks like this guy's going to get pretty strong, actually. Damage equal to income. When you use an aquatic item, haste a weapon for 1 second. That means I need to get an aquatic weapon, if that comes to pass. Just because it will trigger infinitely. It will be permanently hasted. Hopefully a weapon that puts some level of poison down. So yeah, he's hitting for 300 on the left here. If you haste, it gets damage for the fight. Interesting. More than anything, I just need to rank up the water wheel. Here comes the storm. I can survive 1 more shot, right? Yeah, okay. If he did shoot, I would have been in problem. But 7 seconds is very slow.
We barely got our flags up.
No. That's an item for if you have lots of weapons, right? Oh, they gave me a chum. I don't want that. Leftmost silver tier. As much as I like 3% cooldowns from everyone, just getting this rank means I'm permanently hasted now. Fighting a monster, I think, is better than any item. Because I kind of already have a lot of items, so getting monster loot makes sense. We chose not to fight this guy a second ago. When you poison, this gains 10 damage. It's not aquatic, though. It's just a leech. Another frontier. Yeah, we got big freezes. Burn equal to your damage. And some poison. I think I'd like to just get the trained spider for poison. Or, oh, when you use a friend, poison 1. That would mean this guy... Well, that's not that good, actually. I mean, this guy puts out 3 poison... I have 3 friends over here. They do trigger 5 times on average every 3 seconds, right? It wouldn't be nothing. Everything else here is pretty weak. So it's trained spider or toxic friendship.
Was that even a battle?
Instead, I'll get a
Maybe
pelt.
a skirmish.
I don't have the sextant or anything for the docks, so I guess we'll just look for small items and try and rank these up. This is what I was talking about earlier. The rope. Slow 2 items for 4 seconds. That's pretty long slows. Then this is an aquatic tool. Haste adjacent items. Right, so this would haste this would haste back, but I don't think we need to do that. So I'll just re-roll. Port is cool if you're doing ammo builds. Weapons are cool for crit at the crow's nest, but no thank you. I don't need the beach ball either, but here we are. Now this one's a little spooky because again, we're so slow to kill people that if they're not a rush build, we are not probably going to kill them. This guy is pretty spooky. He's got some freeze. 300 damage is actually not terrible for us to deal with. Also, he's doing a lot of shielding and not so much healing. So I think that's good for our poison to have a chance to break through. He does get even more shield, but that's okay. Some freezing doesn't scare me much. Like, it sucks because I have a haste build, but just being at gold means that everything is permanently hasted, so you know, that's fine. We might die because the storm will kill us. Oh no. Because we don't have as much shield as he does. He built up so much shield, right? Yeah. If that fight went on forever, we were going to win from stacking poison, but our poison is so slow because our catfish is so weak and our jellyfish is so weak and they're not like stacking more. They're not getting charged. I think it's a puffer fish that I'm missing. Illusoray. Another Illusoray. Should I be trying to run another Illusoray? Like, you know, I could do this. But I didn't get something that scales off the number of times I slow, just the first slow. So medium and large.
Seeds, acorns. Home.
Burn, poison, slow. There's something to be said for weathering glass because it applies so many things and it has so much multicast. And this is not when you use an adjacent aquatic item, it's just when you use an adjacent item. So I could give up like coral, and then I need burn, poison, slow. I have slow and burn. I don't have freeze. One sec. I don't need these old items anymore. Because it would have multicast, right? So it would get a lot of bonus.
I'll show you those stumps back home.
So it would trigger 3 times. So it's functionally going off every 2 times. Right? And then I'm not using when you use another aquatic item. What's you? Shield 20. Give your other shield items 5 for the fight. I don't know. I need probably loot because I need to find some burns and poisons. Burns, the damage does nothing for me. Docks, probably just get the XP. Well, I'm going to look at the ammo store just because I have so much money. Oh, I can't even re-roll. Never mind, that sucks. Alright. Do you fight the Radiant Corsair? That's the big question. Again, I could do it like this. I could run what I was running a second ago. I think that I struggled to beat him because the reason I want to fight him is because he has Rebirth, which allows him to come back to life and cleanse all of his burn and his poison, which is OP. It is so strong. It's worth risking the run for because it basically guarantees a 10-point win. I don't know. Like, this doesn't scale, and these do scale. So I think it's better to... This charges 1 second. So if I did more slowing, it would... I'm going to try fighting him, because even if I lose, I don't get the 5 XP, but I would have only gotten 2 anyway. I don't need the gold, and getting that 1 passive is so transformative. It's like, are you willing to give up $100 to win $1 billion? Like, it's so much that you can gain. What did he hit with his slow? Hopefully not the water wheel. No, he hit my Illusoray, it looks like. Maybe the catfish. I mean, I'm getting a lot of shield, right? So that's keeping up with his max health damage. I'm getting a lot of heal, so I'm surviving the other things. He's just going to come back to health with 4,000 health or whatever, and then I'm going to die to the storm, right? That's where this is going to go. Because I'm not so far ahead of him that I can survive the storm. Yeah, see? It's fiery rebirth, man. I'm telling you. It's worth dying for, even if we didn't get it. Non-weapons. Please give me some things to rank up. So this is the crit item, Vanessa's Amulet. It did not work for me when I bought it, and I'm hesitant to ever buy it again. So we'll get you. And, like, maybe I needed to play this item. You're not a friend, right? No. Oh, I should totally buy the Cove, even if it's just to bank things. Gold tier items, please. Haste your small items for 1 second when you use adjacent. Haste this for 1. I kind of moved to the water wheel. It's cool though. Aquatic items gain crit. I mean, I want to buy these items because they give me 12 shield, but it's a pretty like steep price. Cost me $4 on each to gain some max. And yeah, this is not it. The port's good, 50 damage whenever you attack with a weapon. Sounds nice, but it's not it. Unfortunately, it's not. So I'm missing a burn or a poison. So like, if I put you in, it would be 4 times. And then this is only double triggering, but it's double triggering on the water wheel as the adjacent item. I think that's okay. It sucks that this is going to run out. But right now I'm a little too weak otherwise, so I think we have to believe in this bad boy. I mean, I also need to survive a huge amount of damage. This guy's got a really interesting build. Lots of weapons, lots of haste. There's the crits. He did get all the freezes on him, which is nice. And the burn activates much faster than the poison. So look at this. Holy. See that quadruple shots? And then it activated the water wheel a million times, and then I just like won. That was pretty sick. We are faster now. We are much faster.
You have at least a grain of wisdom.
Let's see. Leftmost poison does 2 more poison. That's pretty sick. Because it triggers 4 times, so.
A blade can prune a guard.
Find any item in the bazaar. I might take out my coral armor. There's something to be said right now for the captain's wheel. Because it has freeze on it. That seems insane. That seems like you take this out, you put these in, you get 5 times on this because I now have the, yeah, like that is, that's big, that's big. Why do I need you? Because you're multicasting here. And I need the poison from you. Yeah, okay, okay. There's a world where you take out the catfish. And you, or the jellyfish, and you put in the catfish because it's going to get hasted. Right? It's going to get hasted here, and then it's going to get hasted here, and it's going to surpass the jellyfish. And the jellyfish hasting itself doesn't really matter as much. And then the elusive ray still gets the 2 procs here. This will trigger the water wheel 3 times, and that should be enough to win. I don't know if I can kill Dr. Vortex. I already lost a fight against the AI. But I would like to try it. I've never beaten Dr. Vortex before. But he has, what's this? The weather machine. It's a vehicle and a property. Holy, wouldn't that be a great get? So we get a ton of poison. You see that? Times 5. Times 5. It's going for it, man. We're trying to scale faster than him. Holy, man. I'm getting so many calls from this one place. I think we're about to get it. The first time he frees, so I would love this. I would love the weather machine. I would love this. Instead, we got the coil. The one I wanted the least. That sucks. Okay. Poison extract is probably hands down the greatest because, again, it gets multiplied by 5. So now we are insane. Aquatic items, weapon skills. I don't have any weapons. So give me the aquatic.
That means it's treasure.
Triple the item value. This is an aquatic. It doesn't have poison or burn on it. Because otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, man, you throw this in between these two and you're off. But
Swim away.
no.
Or
Max health.
walk away.
Again, I have so much. I'd love to look at Kev's armory because I have so much money. If he gives me like a poison item that has shield on it, that would be sick. Again, like this could have been cool. Instead, they put it on items I'm not interested in. But it was worth the risk. So let's try this. I actually have, like, because of the wheel,
Underestimate.
I think the wheel instantly triggers, right? Like,
We're out
pretty
to
much.
dethrone a king.
because then this is going to trigger a bunch of times. Like, I don't know. Quadruple shooting flagship and a trebuchet is a little spooky. The fact that he can harpoon me and kill my catfish hurts. But I think that so much damage comes from the weather glass. Like 140 poison.
Next time, boys. Less
That was so
blunder,
fast, man.
more
Holy.
blunder.
We actually lost the multicast, though, from him killing my catfish and pop snappers.
You move in straight
That's
lines.
pretty crazy. If he destroys my items, we're so dead. Small and mediums, we could rank stuff up. Better than a temporary
Everyone here is
boost.
huge. It's terrifying.
This is not it. And this is also not it. Though I do, again, like slow items and stuff like that. It's just... That's not it. Skills. We probably are interested in skills here. Because we're not really getting level ups. And this one is the one that matters the most. Your poison items have +4 poison. Reduce the duration of freeze. Rightmost is best. But you may as well just spend the money. The first time you burn, freeze an item for 5. I think I just take the 4 poison. Like, it's just so big. Ammo, weapon, medkit, sharpening stone. Ammo, weapon, healing. Like, literally none of this does anything for me. Get a weapon. A cannon. Okay. It does have a burn on it, but I've already sold it, so too bad. All right, Death Knight Reaper. Let's keep giving these max difficulty guys a chance here. It's a very cool scythe you have there. 10% of my max health. The weapon to the left of this have lifesteal. I don't really want your weapons, to be honest. Freeze an item for 4 seconds. Increase your other freezes by 1 is insane. Sapphire me, please. I don't know what these ones are. Use the weapon, freeze a smaller item, maybe. I don't know. First time you fall below half health, remove freeze, slow an item, cleanse your burn. The scythe is cool, but like, it doesn't. It's worth $50. It only goes off every 10 seconds, though. Like, that is not good enough. 10 regen is not meaningful either.
And sometimes I sell stuff.
Looking for rank ups, we didn't get it.
Don't buy. As long as we get
Slow skills. Again, we have a slow here.
very fast.
The first 5 times you use a tool and ammo. The first time you use a large item, slow 2 items for 5 seconds. Okay, well, we got that. Upgrade your leftmost item. I'm gonna try it. I gave it a little bit more. It may have been better to haste something else, but I think I have permanent haste from the water wheel and the captain.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Again, man, that sapphire for +1 freezing on the wheel would have been sick. So he has the Monitor Lizard, which is like the most standard broken build you can do. Look at that. 300, 400, 500 million poison. It's like he doesn't even have the companion core. He doesn't even have the companion core. It's just insane to me. Random enchantment is probably where it's at. Enchant an item with crit effects. 1 second while I look up. Yeah, so apparently this can crit. I think it's gonna get 50% crit, right? That's what the deadly bonus
Ships may
is.
sink, but I'm a good swimmer.
50% crit. Yeah. Risk some coin. No, thank you. Non-weapons. Again, I just want to rank stuff up. Jason items have 25% crit, have bonus damage, heal, and shield equal to their crit. Not really it. Cool item. Slow. So Clamera is still 3 items for 1 second, and it uses it immediately at the start of the game. Of the fight. And then this would trigger. Like, I don't know if this triggering twice is so critical versus starting with a haste of 3 seconds immediately by Clamera standards. 1 item for 2 seconds, 3 items for 1 second. It's basically, this is 4 seconds slow, this is 3 seconds of slow. This is aquatic, but that doesn't really matter anymore. Give me this here.
Friend, but I'm glad you bought this.
When you slow, charge this 3 seconds. I don't need burn from you, though. I'd rather just have it over here. Weapon, 20 damage for the rest of the fight. Very interesting. This isn't going to trigger the water wheel as much as we could be. But it is going to get it out the gate with 1. And then that's 3. And then if I'm probably going to be dead. Like, if I haven't already won, this should be permanently hasted. I have a ton of money. Not only do I have a ton of money, like, in my hands, but I have a $50 scythe that I don't need. Right? And then if I don't need it, then fine. I mean, I could have made a lot of money on that item, but let's try and fight the octopus. I feel like he's generally pretty weak. His items just don't hit that hard. 1 medium item. Each weapon you have gives crit. Yeah, he's terrible for me. I've got on the octopus before, though. The ×8. Like, there's something to be said about that. And here he comes. He's attacking me. But even animating all of those attacks, it just takes time. And he gave me a sword. Lovely. Okay. 2 poison extract is always going to be the pick. Right? Look at that. Boom, boom. Again, it gets multiplied by 5. Unique to Vanessa skills. The first time you crit, do a huge thing. When using an aquatic item, haste a weapon. Aquatic items have crit. The first time you crit, this can crit. So we'll freeze. We're just going to keep freezing. Sells burn items. We could replace our pop snapper. This gains 8 burn for each adjacent friend or property. Do I have left side poison? Like, this seems better to me than everything else. This doing 7 burn every 3 seconds is interesting too. Don't get me wrong. Give me the peat.
It's quite hot.
And then, like, shift you to here. And yeah, now you're getting. I do have a leftmost. Do I give up 2 poison to get 8 burn? This is ×5, so not really. I have to say. It's just not as good. We can't re-roll you, so we're moving on. Let's give this a shot. We are on lethal, but we have a decent
You
build.
should know. I'm a
He's
bit
gonna
of a
have lots of
legend,
max health though in general. That's what the Pygmalions are all about.
I'm huge.
Oh wow, 4,000 max health and a 2,000 attack weapon. We do get a lot of freezes, so his items are frozen for like half the fight. And we've stacked a lot. Oh, he got the 21% crit chance. We actually won if he didn't, because nothing else he had was gonna hit us that hard.
Listen to the wind.
That's sad. That's this run actually had juice. Like it was ready to go. Though it is using kind of a meta weapon here. That's okay. That's okay. And like maybe I should have pivoted into other large items. Like I didn't need the water wheel anymore technically, but 2 seconds of haste on everything seemed quite strong. Look at all these freezing things too. How did we not freeze his sword? Ah! And then his sword got the crit. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know if we had the juice to go all the way further, but it was certainly a good round. Can I go into my collection, please? And yeah, we're getting fancy card backs. I still don't know why I have 2 crow's nests. With different ID numbers on them, but that is what it is, right? What do we got? What do we got? New card back for something? A grenade. Shiny grenade. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.